Hi, thank you for meeting with me today. I'm really glad you came in. I just want you to know this is a safe space and I'm here to listen and support you. Do you want to tell me a little bit about what's going on?
My grandmother passed away a few weeks ago, and I just feel completely overwhelmed. We were really close, and I feel like I'm falling apart.
I'm really sorry for your loss. Losing someone close to you can be incredibly painful. It sounds like your grandmother meant a lot to you.
She did. I talk to her almost every day, and now everything feels empty without her.
That sounds really difficult. When someone is such a big part of your life, it makes sense that things would feel empty after losing them. What has been the hardest part for you since she passed away?
Probably waking up every morning and remembering she's gone. I keep thinking I should call her, and then I remember I can't.
That sounds heartbreaking. It's very common for grief to show up in those everyday moments where your mind still expects them to be there. How have you been coping with everything?
Honestly, not very well. I've been isolating myself a lot and crying all the time.
Thank you for being honest with me about that. Grief can affect people emotionally, physically, and socially. Even though isolating yourself might feel easier right now, it can sometimes make those feelings even heavier. Have you been have you been able to talk to anyone about how you're feeling?
Not really. I don't want to burden people.
I hear that, but you are not a burden. The people who care about you would probably want to support you during this time. No one is meant to go through grief completely alone.
I just feel stuck.
That feeling of being stuck can happen when grief feels overwhelming. Healing usually doesn't happen all at once. There's no correct timeline for grieving. Right now, what's most important is making sure you have support and healthy ways to process these emotions.
I don't even know where to start.
That's okay. Sometimes starting small is enough. Maybe reaching out to someone you trust, journaling your thoughts, or allowing yourself to talk openly about your grandmother and your memories with her could help. Have you thought about joining a grief support group or speaking with a counselor regularly?
Maybe. I think talking to someone might help.
I think that could be a really positive step. There are grief counselors and support groups specifically for people going through loss, and connecting with others who understand can make a difference.
Yeah, I think I'd be willing to try that.
I'm glad to hear that. Can I ask what your relationship with your grandmother was like before she passed?
She was honestly my best friend. I could tell her anything. She always knew how to make me feel better.
She sounds like a very comforting and supportive person in your life. Losing someone who gave you that kind of unconditional love can leave a huge emotional gap.
Yeah, it feels weird not having her around anymore, even when family gatherings feel different now.
I can understand that. Sometimes grief affects not only our emotions, but also routines, traditions, and the feeling of comfort we associate with certain places or people. Have there been certain moments where the grief hits harder than others?
Definitely at night. During the day, I can distract myself a little, but at night, I think about everything more.
Nights can feel especially difficult because things get quieter and there are fewer distractions. When those feelings come up at night, what kind of thoughts usually go through your mind?
Mostly that I miss her and I wish I had more time with her. Sometimes I think about things I wish I would have said.
That's very common in grief. A lot of people replay memories or conversations and wonder if they could have done or said more. But from what you've shared, it sounds like your grandmother knew you loved her very much.
I hope so.
What are some of your favorite memories with her?
She used to make dinner for me every Sunday, and we'd sit and talk for hours. She always made me feel safe.
That sounds really special. Those kinds of memories show how meaningful your relationship was. Even though she's no longer physically here, those experiences and the love you shared still matter and stay with you.
I never thought about it like that.
Sometimes remembering meaningful moments can help people feel connected to their loved ones while still processing the loss. Some people even find the comfort in creating ways to honor their memory, like journaling, making a photo album, or continuing traditions they share.
I think she'd like that.
What do you think your grandmother would say to you if she saw how you've been struggling?
She'd probably tell me to stop being so hard on myself.
That says a lot about the kind of person she was. It sounds like she cared deeply about you and would want you to take care of yourself right now, too.
Yeah, I've just been feeling emotionally drained lately.
That makes sense. Grief can be exhausting mentally, emotionally, and even physically. Have you noticed changes in things like your sleep, appetite, or motivation?
Yeah, I barely sleep, and I don't really feel motivated to do much anymore.
Those can be common reactions to grief, especially after such a major loss. It's important to pay attention to those signs and make sure you're caring for yourself as best you can, even in small ways.
I've honestly been neglecting myself a little.
I appreciate your honesty. Sometimes when people are grieving, basic things like eating regularly, sleeping, or staying connected to others become difficult. What's one small thing you can think What's one small thing you think you could do this week to take care of yourself a little better?
Maybe start going on walks again or spending more time with family instead of staying in my room.
Those both sound like healthy and realistic steps. Small actions are important because healing usually happens gradually, not all at once.
I just want things to feel normal again.
I understand that. Life after loss often feels very different, especially at first. Over time, many people find that the pain becomes easier to carry even though they still miss the person deeply.
I hope so.
And you don't have to figure all of this out alone. Continued support can make a huge difference. Along with family and friends, grief counselors and support groups can help you process these emotions in a healthy way.
I think talking today actually helped me more than I expected.
I'm really glad to hear that. Opening up about grief can be difficult, but talking through emotions instead of carrying them alone is often an important part of healing.
Yeah, I think I needed this.
I'm glad you reached out. Before we finish, I also wanted to remind you that if your emotions ever become too overwhelming or you feel unable to cope, there are immediate resources available. You can call or text 988 anytime to speak with a trained crisis counselor.
Okay, that's good to know.
There are also grief support groups, counseling services, and community mental health resources available if you'd like ongoing support. Reaching out for help is a strong step, not a weakness.
Thank you for listening to me.
Of course, I really appreciate you opening up today. Grief is incredibly difficult, but you do not have to go through it alone. Be patient with yourself, take things one day at a time, and remember that healing takes time.